his experiences and such. All right.
Let's get you right over here. Round it all around over here. 90 degrees. This way. All right.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to say thank you to a couple people, Sherry Hazer Keller up for tracking me down, finding my phone number. And then Jerry gave me a call and invited me here. Hey, it's my first time back in 30 years. So a lot of things were going through my head when Jerry says, hey, guess what, you're speaking? So, and I go, oh, great, you couldn't find anybody else to do it. 30 years, wow. Brings us all the way back to being kindergartners and going to the schools, whether it be Adams, McKinley, Jefferson, Eisenhower, Madison. I don't know if I got them all or not, but anyway. But there we were, we weren't sure where we were going. We didn't want to let go of our parents' hands, weren't too sure about the other kids, and we're probably still not too sure about each other. But we made it through that, and we went to grade school and tried to figure things out. And then junior high came, what a shock that was, puberty. All sorts of thoughts, you didn't know where you were coming or going or what was going on. And then we hit the teenager years, the adolescence, and we, acted off of impulse. And then we went ahead and went into high school and figured out our places and, kind of buddied up with people and figured out what we're going to do. And then the college years, thank you. So that will say how wild the college years were. And then we all started families and started our careers and things like that. And now, geez, for myself, I've got a grandchild already. And now I found myself right in the middle of that midlife thing that people talk about, which tells me according to my wife, I've got puberty and adolescence to come back to now. Anyway, Jerry asked me to say a few words, and I really didn't know what to speak about. But I figured that one of the things was reunion in the place that we came from. My career in the military has taken me to many different places in the world, and in quite a few of these different countries, the whole thing about coming from an area and what your status was, what family you came from, or who you hung out with, what your career was going to be, what tribe you came from, meant so many different things. It meant some people, they were able to have most everything they needed, and other people it was despair and torture and even death. And those opportunities to observe that made me think of home and think what a wonderful place this is, where we come from. Because not every place in the world can get together and people remember where we came from when we all played together and, had the fun that we did. And I think that's something very special, so give yourself a hand for that. One of the other things that I experienced and I didn't know I was going to be that open or not. When I was recovering from my injuries and sitting in the blind center, since I don't see anymore, I have dreams. And when I dream, being that I was able to see before, I can still see people's faces. And one of the neat things for me was, I was just talking to my wife about it, that in the past year, these people's faces have crept into my dreams, and I'd wake up and I'd go like, geez, I know that person, and then I'd figure out who they were. And there was no rhyme or reason to the dream or anything, but I'd pick out a face here or pick out a face there, and there were people from my past, people from all the way back from Adams School and junior high and senior high, and it wasn't necessarily people that I hung out with or anything like that, but I think that kind of summarizes the thing about reunions. It's memories, it's who we are, where we came from, and the people that had effects in your life. And so I really hope for the rest of my days I'll be able to once again see everybody that I went to school with and grew up with, and be able to see in my dreams. So in closing, I'll quote Bob Hope and say thank you for the memories, and God bless the class of '80, and God bless America.